When I stepped off the plane in Molokai this trip, I hadn't been home in so long that it was just another adventure. I just wanted to fish. I lived with the conclusions of a 15-year-old boy.
Which were?
That this is the place I thought I belonged and it didn't feel like it. So I stayed away.
This entire stretch would have been planted out with Olona. And now we only have maybe 15% of our native ecosystems remaining. These vertical stalks are ghosts of what the Olona would have looked like.
I was surprised so few people knew of this plant. It was the most cultivated non-food plant in the history of the Hawaiian people and the preferred cordage for almost every task. And it's almost lost.
Our restoration efforts, a big component of that is outplanting. It's a problem because ideally we want these plants to do it themselves.
My first time seeing this kupuna plant in the wild, thriving where it should be. That was heaven.
You know, look what it took for us to get here, just to see this.
So this is the male plant. They come in male and female. I wanted to work with it, and so I seeked it out maybe 35 years ago. And knowing how rare it is and how difficult it is to grow, that made me want to do it all the more. Up to here, it's going to root. Olona is the strongest fiber in the world. Where it was abundant, the Olona was used just about for everything. The fisherman used it in all his fish line, his nets.
When we were working on this, the question was, well, what's next? And so I wondered if we could catch a fish with this.
He started to kind of meld this newfound enthusiasm for braiding Olona with these ideas of fishing. And like, wow, we could do this the way our ancestors did. And we can feel what they felt and understand them better through this.
Observation is the #1 learning and teaching tools for the Hawaiians.
It's been fun to see that quest kind of build in his mind, and then to see how it can integrate with some efforts and opportunities that will come from my research on the global conservation genetics on the giant trevally or the Ulua. They're incredible fish. They're beautiful. They're fierce. You know, in terms of an ecological perspective, they can teach you a lot about the health of a reef.
I want to catch an Ulua on a hook I made.
Actually, as guys, we don't even talk when we go. And if you learn, you go with the kupuna that know how to do, and you pay attention.
I was going through, is my line going to be good enough? I was thinking about how we were going to rig our hooks, if my hooks were too big, if my hooks were the right shape.
Doesn't matter how far or how long you go away, there's something that brings you back.
Connection is found when you work side by side and serve people and places you love. That's the only way you ever find where you fit.
The past needs to be in the present so that it can be in the future. You can't let the knowledge disappear.
You know, being Hawaiian is far more than DNA. It's about your desire to care for this aina and for this kai and for the people that are one with it.
Unlike anything else that I've ever reached for, Olona pulled me home.